Hey everyone, it's Angela. It is 1:05 in the morning. The wind is howling outside, and so I guess that just means that it is time to play a scary game. So we're going to pick back up with It Moves, and then on Thursday I will be doing another episode of Faded Memories, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I am ready to get scared before I go to bed, because life is better that way. Okay, we finna be ready. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right, we're fishy now. Oh, yo. Oh my god, we literally are a fish. Can I talk to the other fish? Hello? Do you know this means that, little Brian is scared of, Oh, am I going the right way? I am very confused. Is this a way for me to go? Or I can't swim faster. Okay, perfect now. We can only go in one direction. We can only go in one direction. My friend Katie, it was just her 21st birthday, so her decision was to go to the One Direction concert that was in Pittsburgh. So, I mean, that's what adults do, I guess. But I don't know, personally, I feel like little Brian here would agree with me, but One Direction is just not the same without Zayn. He's just, ooh, this is an interesting curve. Don't like this, I can't see myself behind that. Oh. Press the button? No? Okay. Do you go inside of this? This is like that looks dangerous. Little Brian, you shouldn't be... Is that a dead person? Did you guys see that person floating? Oh, I'm a diver. I'm a diver, not a fish. That makes my... That's really kind of upsetting. But yeah, so she went to go see One Direction, but I'm just a little bit upset because, you know, still very salty at Zayn for abandoning 1D and everything, you know. Okay, well, it's nice to know that I was... Ooh, look at all the jellyfish. Is that my dad? Do I have a chronic, like... Okay, is this story going to get extremely dark and... Ooh, I would love to read the logbook. Oh, this is very long. We're just gonna read it anyways. One of my biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I am now working on a mining station thousands of feet underwater in the Marianas Trench. I have always wondered why I was afraid and reached a simple conclusion. Marianas Trench is my second favorite band. The true fear presented here is actually going down beneath the surface into the depths. It's a combination of all our most common fears. 1, fear of the dark. When you're at the bottom of a body of water, you can see anything. You can't see anything. It's pitch black. Have you ever tried to swim as far down in the lake as you can? It gets really dark and cold really fast about 10 feet down. But even that's nothing compared to the deepest point on the entire crust of the earth, located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the Mariana Trench, which is 38,000 plus feet. If you put Mount Everest at the bottom of the trench, the top of the mountain would still be over a mile below the surface of the ocean. Everything below you is complete darkness, and this definitely plays into our collective fear of the dark. Fear of suffocating. I don't want to read. Did we skip? Oh, fear of the unknown. Fear of flying insects. How does that mean anything with... Oh, okay, like, so say there's like an anglerfish. I mean, that's an insect of the sea, I guess. Fear of being caught. Interesting. I don't fear most of those. I fear the dark, but not a lot of those things. So I can't go to bed here. Let's climb right... Oh, okay. Alright, let's go follow my father. Oh my gosh, it is an anglerfish. I knew it. I knew it. Actually, though, I mean, right now it looks huge, but in real life, anglerfish are like 2 inches long. So they're really nothing to be afraid of. Nemo is very, oh no, what is going on here? Little Brian's not even, am I going to the bottom of the, that looks like it's got, ew, it's so creepy. He's waving me, goodbye little Brian, have fun under the ocean. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Okay, actually, now that I mention it, I am very afraid of just an anglerfish popping out and eating little Brian. It wasn't an anglerfish, but it was something weird. Oh, it was the Loch Ness Monster, ready to hip hip hooray, out of the way. That's right, Interesting. Though, B. Ryan, how are you doing, boy? What if it was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed since I'd woken up. Perhaps it was resting, believing that it had finally got me, that I was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was toying with me. After all, it had been doing just that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress with no mother to protect me, maybe it was holding off. Savoring its victory into the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible, and mustering every ounce of courage I could, I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off of me. What I found under those covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my hand moved the blanket, it brushed against something. Something smooth and cold, something which felt unmistakably like a gaunt hand. I held my breath in terror as I was sure it must now have known that I was awake. Nothing. I'm really, scared to go to bed. I am exhausted, and, I don't even know. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few moments, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved down further to a disproportionately larger bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched, lying across my chest with the hand resting on my left shoulder, as if it had grabbed me in my sleep. It's just a cuddle, buddy. Just a cuddle, buddy, Bri. I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape its grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulder of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust at the touch of straggled, oily hair. I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wonder to this very day what it would have felt like. Dear God, it moved. I feel like we're getting closer and closer to the ending of the game because these little cutscenes are getting shorter and shorter. And it just kind of seems like our time with little Brian's coming to an end. I can only imagine, and this is all happening within one night, so just logically thinking here, his nightmare has to come to an end eventually. Wow, I am so small. Why can't I go through here? That's obviously a very big opening, and I should be able to enter it. I am just so small and cute. Hello to Brian, like a little ant. That's disgusting. I don't even want to know what that is. Is that a... I don't want... I don't want to go inside. I don't want to go inside. Oh, I have to go inside. It's so just gross. It's just a sludge ball of sludge and floating eyeballs. Floating eyeballs are my favorite. Okay, alright, Jaffiel. Maybe, do I go in? I don't really... Those kind of look like the aliens from Mars Attack. Mars Attacks. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Alright, thank you for being cryptic with me. I love... It's weird that the eyeball's the thing that talked and not the actual mouths. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh, she's beautiful. I aspire to look like her one day. Dude, what the heck is this? Is that, Alright, well, I can't talk to it, so that's kind of cool. Huh. It's, like, interesting because as the nights go on, his dreams become more and more, unrealistic, and it seems like it distorts portions of reality with his greater fears in life. Like, sumo wrestlers in a bath. Wait, what do you say? At a crossroads in life, what does one do? Stand at the crossroads if you will, but if you will not choose, I'll move on without you. And having once chosen, never to seek to return to the crossroads of that decision, for even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade. I definitely feel like these dreams are a metaphor, though. Oh, no. Okay, wait, so you're trying to tell me something. Having once chosen, never to seek to return to the crossroads of the decision, for even if one chooses wrongly, the choice cannot be unmade. Is it going down? No? Going up? No? Okay, I guess we go straight. No? Okay, I tried, friend. I definitely tried, and it told me no. It told me I couldn't move forward. Okay, I guess we're going back. I tried. Oh, you are not the same thing. It's like you're trying to calm me down, face, with music notes on it, but you're not. Okay, so we're stuck in here. There's anglerfish popping up? This is very terrifying. Sing me a song and the thing. I'm just very, confused in a way. Did I turn you on to record at all? Okay. I'm very good at forgetting whether or not I put you on to record. I'm sorry for slurping, I'm just very thirsty. It moved. It was subtle, but its grip on my shoulder and across my body strengthened. No tears came, but God, how I wanted to cry. As its hand and arm slowly coiled around me, my left leg brushed along the cool wall which the bed lay against. Of all that happened to me in that room, this was the strangest. I realized that this clutching, rancid thing, which drew great delight from violating a young boy's bed, was not entirely on top of me. It was sticking out from the wall like a spider striking from its lair. Suddenly its grip moved from a slow tightening to a sudden squeeze. It pulled and clawed at my clothes as if frightened that the opportunity would soon pass. I fought against it, but it's why do I'm a writing major. Why do I mess up with words? I fought against it, but its emaciated arm was too strong for me. Its head rose up, writhing and contorting under the blanket. I now realized where it was taking me, into the wall. I fought for my dear life. I cried, and suddenly my voice returned to me, yelling, screaming, but no one came. Then I realized why it was so eager to suddenly strike, why this thing had to have me now. Through my window, that window which seemed to represent so much malice from outside, streaked hope. The first rays of sunshine, I struggled further, knowing that if I could just hold on, it would be gone. I fought for my life. The unearthly parasite shifted, slowly pulling itself up my chest, its head now poking out from under the blanket, wheezing, coughing, rasping. I am sweating, and I am nervous. Oh, this makes me never want to sleep beside a wall ever again, as I'm about to sleep beside a wall tonight. I do not remember its features. I simply remember its breath against my face, foul and as cold as ice. As the sun broke over the horizon, that dark place, that suffocating room of contempt, was washed, bathed in sunlight. I passed out as its scrawny fingers encircled my neck, squeezing the very life from me. Also, I just found out that this game is based off of a creepypasta, which I had never ever read before, which is weird because I used to spend many a summer nights reading creepypastas. I awoke to my father offering to make me some breakfast, a wonderful sight indeed. I'd survived the most horrible experience of my life until then, and until now. I moved the bed away from the wall, leaving behind the furniture I believed would stop that thing from taking a bed. Little did I think that it would try to take mine and me. Weeks passed without incident, yet on one cold, frostbitten night, I awoke to the sound of the furniture where the bunk beds used to be, vibrating violently. I lay there, sure I could hear a distant wheezing coming from deep within the wall, finally fading into the distance. The following year I was given a larger room on the other side of the house, and my parents took that room as their bedroom. They said they didn't need a large bedroom, just one big enough for a bed and a few things. They lasted 10 days. We moved on the 11th. Is that over? Oh my god! So guys, it looks like we finished It Moves. This is a game by Snow Owl, and oh, I can move during the credits. And it was an absolutely beautiful game, based wonderfully off of a creepypasta that I've never read before. But it was literally based on the story Bedtime by Michael Whitehouse. So I just want to say thank you to Michael Whitehouse. This game was literally so much fun to play, and I don't think I could have chosen a better RPG horror to play other than this. Literally, I don't think I've ever had a game that made my leg hair stand up as much as this game. I feel like I would shave my legs one day, and the next day I would have to shave them all over again because, like, after I played this game, the hairs would literally, I could feel them growing. And I know that I say that frequently, but with this game, I'm not even kidding. This was great. This was beautiful. It was the first horror game that I've really been able to sit through, and I think that's because it didn't, like, overwhelm me with the scare factor. But honestly, this was a beautiful game. You can find this on Game Jolt. I'll put a link right down in, you'll see it in 2 seconds. But so if you want to play this game, don't feel afraid to do so. And I guess until then, I will see you guys on Thursday with an all-new episode of Faded Memories. And I hope you guys enjoyed It Moves. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. So give me a thumbs up. Put down in the comments below something about bunk beds or walls, or tell me how your favorite sleeping position is. I don't really know. And my favorite is in a fetal position. So put in the comments below that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Until then, give me some recommendations for games to play. That would be super fun and cool. And that's all for now, so I will see you then. Alright, bye!